French Quarter Festival in New Orleans, Louisiana. My name is Klein, and
I'm Mark Mullins.
we have a band called Bonerama. We both play trombone.
You guys are awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about your background quick?
I started playing trombone in 4th grade because my uncle plays trombone, and through school, you know, I didn't major in music, but I played music. A great town to be a musician in, and we just started, you know, Mark and I met in the late 1980s, and then we started playing with Harry Connick Jr. in 1990. We played with him for 16 years, and while that was going on, we talked about putting a trombone band together just as a side project, and it sort of grew to where we are now.
I don't know if we said it, but we're both from New Orleans, and the whole band started in New Orleans about 12 years ago, I guess it was. So we were still with Harry at that time, but Craig came to me with this idea. He said, we should put this band together. New Orleans, where we live, there's so many great trombone players that play different kinds of stuff, and there's this brass band scene that's just wonderful. It's not even a scene, it's embedded and ingrained in what New Orleans music is all about. It's like the same thing. And so, you know, we see what bands like Dirty Dozen brass band did when they came out. I guess they kind of changed maybe the way people think about brass bands a little bit, and just New Orleans, the role of New Orleans brass music, you know, if you play a horn in New Orleans, like, what kind of stuff can you do? And
everybody plays in New Orleans.
Everybody plays something. You know, as time goes on and musical styles kind of come and evolve, it's almost like anybody that plays a brass instrument can play almost any kind of music. You know, you'll hear Shamar Allen play stylistically all sorts of different things all over the map. And, you know, we love a lot of different kinds of music. 3 trombones, guitar, bass, and drums is our band. And musically, though, it can be, that's the only definition we have. It could be like, musically, it could be all over the place.
You guys are pretty well known. You were on Letterman with OK Go, was it?
We were on Letterman with Damien Kulash of OK Go. We collaborated on a record where we did some OK Go songs with Bonerama backing him up, and it was for a benefit record called
You're Not Alone.
You're Not Alone, right? And all of the proceeds went to it went to help Al Carnival Tom Johnson buy a house, and it went to some other activist organizations, Air Traffic Control and Future Music Coalition.
It's basically to try to help a lot of displaced musicians from New Orleans get back into their houses after Katrina. It was a really, really, really fun project.
You guys helped Al Carnival Tom Johnson get his house? I've been there. It's really cool. Yeah. Nice. Wonderful.
A lot of people helped Al get that house. Yeah. A lot of people.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you have going on CDs right now? Got something come out soon?
Yeah, we're working on a CD, which is very close to being finished. We're finished tracking. Now we're in post-production, as they call it.
Excellent.
Post.
What's the title, or do you have a working title yet?
No. Just the next record. We're still calling them records, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make vinyl, but everyone is nowadays. We should. But
any hint on the titles of the songs?
Yeah, She's Hurting, I'm Lost, Close the Door. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's been in our set list over the last 6 months, to maybe even further back, actually.
Yeah. It's going to be nice. We have some guests on there. We have Dave Malone, who's with Radiators for 33 years. We have Mike Mills, who's with REM for a lot of years, too.
George Porter Jr. and
Dr. John.
Dr. John came in.
Wow, lots of famous New Orleans names.
Mike Dillon, and then
Mike Dillon.
So it's cool. It's going to be nice.
Very cool.
Well, let me conclude by asking a kind of weird question. If I could come up with a question that would cut to the heart of some issue, or just give me an interest in the story. How about we say that? Tell me something interesting your fans would love to hear.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about issues, or you want to give something interesting.
Whatever you wanna. You guys are in charge here.
I will say this: that on Mardi Gras Day, I put a dress on and played the trombone all day long with the St. Anne Society.
Very cool.
It could be an issue.
That's pretty good.
Did you get Captain Brian there in the dress too?
Not yet.
Man, I tell you what. Can this be about Craig also?
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can embarrass him further, Mark.
Only the stories about myself are the ones that they know. Craig, one of the new songs on the record, can I say this? Is I'm Lost, and every time Craig gets behind the wheel on the road, you know, GPS is right there. It's just not going to go well. It's just not going to, you know, the GPS might as well be off. And he just, you know, he's thinking about a lot of, he's probably thinking about music, thinking about direction. Came up with the idea of this band, so you're probably thinking of bigger, grander things that we all have in our brain.
Get lost.
Gets lost all the time, so that's going to be a little tip-off for one of the songs.
But we're now headed over to the House of Blues to go sit in with Cyril Neville and Tab Benoit. So
and they finish in about 8 minutes.
Okay, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
From New Orleans and the French Quarter Fest, this is the Weird Review. Thanks, guys.